Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today or tonight we're going to be attempting a guitar fret recrown. I picked up one of these from Toman. That's the correct fret crowning file for this, the Fender Player Stratocaster, or like Fender medium jumbo frets. You pick these up for I think I got it for £30, so they're quite expensive, but they do the job really well, and it's the right file for the job. It's the right tool for the job, and I'll drop a description, a link in the description if you want to pick one up. Okay, so tools for the job. I mean, you might have noticed I've already sort of taped up everything. So anyway, you're going to need some masking tape, right? You're going to need some scissors to cut the masking tape, because I spared you the ordeal of watching me mask up the fretboard of this guitar. So it's a case of, cutting that lengthways. You're probably wondering why I'm only doing these frets. I'm doing the 16th up because, as you probably can tell in other videos that I've done, this has been riddled with issues, this guitar. So these frets have kind of been leveled down a little bit, but they're very flat. So it's cured the problems that I had with choking out, but I'm getting a few issues with dead notes. It's just not sounding perfect. So I'm thinking I'm going to recrown these frets and see if it fixes the issue of those dead notes above the 15th fret. You may also have noticed I've left the strings on. I mean, cost of living crisis, strings are getting really expensive. They're getting up to almost £10 these days. I've paid for the file. I try to just use the tools I've got, and why not just use the strings? They're not old strings. I mean, if you had old strings, it's probably better just to take them off to do this job. So yeah, string winder, of course. Get the strings off, and use that again later. Other tools, a Sharpie or a felt tip pen. This is to mark the tops of the frets so that we know where we've been with the file. Some sandpaper. So I've got 800, P800, P1000, and then I've also got micro mesh P8000. That's to sort of polish them up after you've done the crowning. I've also got a bit of a damp rag here just to clean stuff up. I'm actually going to use that now just to give the frets a bit of a final clean before I start filing. So what I've done is, as you can tell, I've taped the strings down to the body, and I've sort of masked off. This is just, decorators masking tape, and I've masked off the fingerboard just to protect. But I mean, it's a bit of a pain, right? Because if you can't really get it on the frets, because you obviously want to be filing the frets, you want to be crowning the frets. Well, let's just see how we go, right? Let's just see how we go. Hopefully it's not going to be a total and utter disaster. Let's get that final one. I'm just making sure there's no bits of stuff on the frets. I guess it doesn't really matter, only doing the tops, but let's just get it perfect there. As perfect as we can. Try to do a proper job while we're here. That's what my granddad always used to say: if a job's worth doing, if it's worth doing well. Okay, so I'm happy with that, right? I'm happy with that. Let's just give it a final rub down, right? So here we go then, right? So we're going to get the felt tip pen, and we're going to mark the tops of the frets, right? In fact, we're just going to mark the whole of the fret. And the idea is you want to be leaving a hairline on the top of each fret, and that means it's been perfectly crowned. And that's sort of space at the top of the fret, that tiniest little flap bit, you want to get it as small as possible. There's a guitar sort of guru guy from Stu Mac. He calls that the land, a tiny little bit on the top of the fret that contacts the string. So we're just gonna make sure all those are covered. And the last one. Right. Okay. So, just gotta see how this goes really. It's the first time for everything, and don't whinge at us. I'm not a guitar expert. I'm not a guitar luthier. I just have fun with guitars. I like playing about with them. I like doing these videos. Just a bit of fun, isn't it? Hopefully, you can watch me completely mess things up, and you'll be able to learn a few lessons maybe from me, from my mistakes. But I try to do this in one take, right? So you don't have to, right? Right, okay, so let's just go for it then, shall we? Let's just go for it. Right, so let's just take the file, and I'm going to try and turn this light off. Maybe it's still quite difficult to see. It's still quite difficult to make out that mark, so I'm just going to go for it. I am just going to go for it. So the file is sort of concave, so the idea is, and also I'm going to have to flip the guitar around to get the other side, if you see what I mean. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to go for it. So as you can see, it's not really touching the felt tip yet, but it is getting smaller. Can you see that? It is getting smaller. This is working. I'm just going to turn around. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to move on to the next fret. Slowly but surely. Again, don't want to take too much off. I'm just doing it. And I'm going to go the other side. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. It's doing a good job of just right. Like I say, I don't want to go too far at this stage. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. Picking up speed now, I'm starting to get a bit more confident, which is probably a bad thing. The key thing is, I don't want to be going over that black line on the top. And I haven't yet. So I must be doing okay so far. Now I've just noticed, I'm just going to get down a little bit here. I've just noticed that I can't do this side. So I'm just going to keep going. Maybe that's the way, just keep it going. Keep it going on this one too. And as you can see, as you can probably tell, you know, this is turning out to be quite a lot of work. I'm just keep rechecking. You know, it's hard to tell, right? It's hard to make out that little mark, that little black mark, because it's kind of a shadow as well. But I think we're making good progress. Right? The line is getting smaller as we go. It feels like it can go a little bit harder, but I don't want to. I'll lengthen my stroke a little bit, but I don't really want to do that. Okay, let's just go down another fret again. Yeah, those lines are definitely getting smaller, gradually getting smaller. Starting to hit the masking tape a little bit, but that's because I didn't really put it on that well. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. So that line is getting pretty small now on that fret. It's getting very small on this fret. In fact, it looks like I've gone over a little bit. Anyway, let's not worry about that too much. Let's just continue. Yeah, what's happened is the line is kind of started to disappear a little bit. I don't want it to. Yeah, particularly up here, right? So let's just see how we go with that little issue. That looks pretty good. Those lines are pretty small. I guess they could be smaller. It's just a case of just making it small on the right part. Whew. So far so good, I guess. Very difficult to tell. isn't it though? It's very difficult to tell. Right, I'm going to stop soon. Right, I am going to stop soon. Because it feels like it's kind of done its job and it's not going to sort of reduce that mark any further. I think we'll keep going up. Patience. Just looking at these marks now. I'm just looking at the marks. I'll probably go a bit more with this one. Yeah. It's a slow process. I think it is going to be worth it, you know. I think it is going to be worth it. And we go again. We go back again, yeah? Flip this over. And all the way back. Oh, my back's hurt now. Right. Might have a seat. Let's have a seat. Right. Okay. How's this looking? Let us know what you think. You know, do you think I'm doing the right thing? Do you think I should really just be taking this to a luthier and not mess about? Final checks. I need a little bit more of this here. A lot more there. Check this again. Again, very hard to see really what's going on. you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get my other phone out and just zoom it in and check my handiwork. Yeah, you can sort of see. Yeah. So I think I'm going to flip the guitar over. Right. And then just this egg box here. Let's just give it a bit of more tension on this side. Up here. Yeah, because I'm not happy with how that's looking really. Needs to be more on this side of it, so let's do it. Let's get these frets down. That's better. Much better. It needs a bit more pressure than what I was giving it. Don't want to go too far. Right. Do you know what? I'm not going to go further than that. Okay, so right. Just do a bit of a check. Right. Check again. The other phone. Super zoom. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they still don't look very rounded. Ah, that one is. Some of them are better than others. The last one. I guess they are kind of. Let's just do that last one. Remember, this is this side again, isn't it? Come the other way. Let's just come the other way. What I've found is, some of them, haven't really taken much off at all. I need to work on that. Faster, maybe. It's better. Right. I am meddling now. I'm meddling. Let's give it a bit of a wipe. Right. I'm meddling. Okay. Wipe it down. Okay. Right, now we're going to go in with the 800. Huh? Wonder if that's worked. I wonder. So 800, just to smooth them off. Oh. Doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter too much, you know. The 800's not going to really do damage to the fretboard. Right, not much anyway. You know what, let's just get this off. It's another messy job, but let's just do it. Go. Just do it in stages. Very messy. I'm very messy. I wonder if it's cured the problem. I wonder. I wonder if it's completely destroyed my guitar. Right. I mean, I'm just looking at those frets now. You can tell that they are more rounded, which is what I was going for, I guess. Last one. Would you believe the last one? Right, just going to give it a bit of a clean again. Just check this. Right, okay. We're good, we good. Right. Right, okay. Yeah. Looking better already, huh? Right, okay, so we now go to the P1000. How long is on this video? 29 minutes, not as long as the last one. Good. Right. So P1000 now. Get myself comfortable. around a P1000. As I say, you're not really taking off any metal. Just smoothing those frets. Quite therapeutic. This is quite addictive. I think that's enough. Right, okay, so another little clean, right, and then we'll go for the final bit, micro mesh. Yeah, whole thing is clean, really. Right. Right, so lastly, quite excited about this, you know, the micro mesh pad 8000 grit. Really just polishing it now, really. I should get some of that proper fret polish. Let's just go one at a time. One. Two. Three. 5. That's enough. Right. Looking pretty shiny, I must admit. Pretty shiny. Right. Okay. Let's get this off. Let's get that off. Let's get rid of this junk. Let's see where we are. Get that off. Right. Okay. Oh, the moment of truth. The moment of truth. What is going to happen here? Right. Let's get the string winder back out. Yeah. Right. Fiddly. Was I saying that you should just take your strings off before? Take your strings off next time. Right. That's 3 done. Now then. Well, the strings have actually gone on okay, I guess. Last one. And then things go ping. And then things didn't go ping. Excellent. Right, okay, so I guess I'll get tuned up. Get tuned up. Forgot how to tune a guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Right, well, I'll get this guitar tuned up and I'll see you in 2 minutes then, I guess. 2 ticks. And back in the room. So it goes ping. Bit muck. Tell you what, I'm not going to tune up fully because it'll go ping. But let's just get this guitar out now and see what the effect of that is. Hey. think it's worked, you know. I mean, I don't know if you can hear this. Yeah, I'll get closer to the mic. Here we go. That's the 12th fret. 15th. Still ringing out clear. 16th. Still ringing out clear. 17th. Think it's done it. I mean, the top is not in tune yet, but I think that's job done, you know, again. I think that's job done. So, there you go. If you've got dead notes on your guitar, your Strat, have a look at the frets. I mean, I've basically flattened mine, that's what the problem was. And now they're ringing clear again. You need to have your frets crowned. Lesson learned. Anyway, long video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something from that. I think I have. Catch you on the next one. Bye.